telling your kid that they're a great person, that they're wonderful, telling them that they're good at baseball when they are good at baseball, telling them they're bad at baseball when they're bad at baseball is something that isn't been done as much. That's talking real to a kid, but a lot of parents took the take in the last 30 years that was me crushing his dream. That's delusion. And then finally, it's no accountability. Parents have gotten into this place where they want to be their kids' friends, or they don't want to deal with the confrontation that comes along with hard parenting. And that's hard. I succumb to it at times. I think it's remarkable to say you can be anything you want. I think the part that has also been lost is hard work. But the world is struggling with the word work ethic. It just is. You can be better at everything in the world. There's not one thing in the world that I don't think I can be better at. Not one. Skiing, teaching, punching, eating. There's everything I can be better at. I can't be world class at everything. That is something the world's gonna have to get better at. You can maximize your natural talents in every category if you put a lot of work ethic into it. You just might not be Beyonce and LeBron, and that's awesome. I could be better, but to what degree? I could be better at pickup. I could be better than my brother, even though he's better than me now, if I really went hard for the next 5 years and worked on my game. But I'm not gonna be in the NBA. Anything that isn't physical, I would argue is in play. I think it's much easier to be the president of the United States of America than it is to be an NBA player.
Yep.
I think it's much easier to be famous on television than it is to be an NBA player. I think it's much easier to be the greatest chef in the world than it is to be an NBA player. But if somebody says they're gonna be an astronaut, everybody's in play for an astronaut. The problem is everyone now thinks you need to make $1 billion when you start a business. How fast can you build a successful company? Even that is why I think most people are not winning. I've never thought of anything besides how slow can I build something. Do you know why everyone's sitting and analyzing so much? Because they're trying to figure out how to do it fast. Speed's the fucking devil. And this is why I fuck with the youngsters. For the youngsters, I'm like, listen, when you're 20, if I'm telling you 10 years, when you're 20, you were 10 years old 10 years ago. So I know how hard it is when I tell them, hey, think of this as a 10-year game. They're like, fuck you, Gary, that feels like forever. The problem is, it's why so many 20-year-olds lose. It's also back to mental health and all that. It's why they're all so anxious. They want fast to show everyone else they won. They don't want fast for any other reason but to flex. And that's really fucking them up. Almost every kid subconsciously wants fame. It's fucking insane. I wanted chip on shoulders to like be successful for the game. A lot, which is why I never bought shit. To this day, it's why I don't buy shit. Because I don't want the proxy. I didn't want the Mercedes or BMW or Rolex or house in the fucking in Short Hills with a pool and a house in the Hamptons. I didn't even know the Hamptons existed until I was 30 years old. I grew up in Jersey my whole life. I knew nothing about the flex. It's the perception of success that all these kids want. They want blue check money, fake chain, the girl, the guy, the photo in Ibiza to make pretend they're successful. That's the most fucking cancerous of it all. A lot of time people want to be an expert before they make pretend they're an expert, which is why they die on impact. Talent is just half of the equation. There's a bunch of people in this room that are way more talented than the dude that's sitting to the left and right of them, and that's gonna be the way it is forever. And the dude to the left and right of them are gonna be in the league, and you're not. And the worst thing in the world, besides not having life, death, all that terrible shit, is really regret. You need to work on being like, man, I'm not gonna let bullshit, insecurity, worrying about what other people think, negativity, just tune that shit out. Grab both of your index fingers and put them directly in your ears. Some of y'all are gonna lose on the mission that you have for yourself right now, because you're gonna get high on your own supply. You're gonna believe what they say about you. You're gonna believe those 5 stars. You're gonna believe you're number 7, and it's gonna soften you, and you're gonna lose. You're gonna get so hyped on all the gassing that you're gonna fuck it up. Accountability. This is gonna set you free, whether it's true or not in every situation. If you always know that it's always your fault, it sounds crazy, but that will keep you crazy happy. Eliminating entitlement. Nothing is owed to any of y'all. It is what it is. It's like sports. It's a game. The number one hack, the smartest move, be kind, which is why, Coach, earlier I said be nice to yourself, because nobody's nice to anybody else if they don't like themselves. The only people in here that are mean, trying to tear down others, because they're hurting. When people are tearing down other people, that just exposes that they're hurt. But if you're lucky enough to feeling good, give roses to people, because people are gonna be the fuel that gets you there. The All-Pro versus the Hall of Famer, the Hall of Famer's addicted. They cry when they retire. They're trying to play to the last day, right? Even if, look at the greats. They can't even retire. Muhammad Ali, Michael Jordan, Tom Brady. Even though I hate Tom Brady and Michael Jordan so much, they are the fucking greats. These fuckers don't know how to retire. They unretire, they retire, because they fucking love it too much. So the separation is the fucking passion for it. You can't breathe without it. Falling in love with something, you can take that energy and put it to something else. Don't let people tell you what you love or how hard you go. Squeeze the shit out of this opportunity. Could you imagine living a life where you're actually interested in making somebody else feel bad? The fuck is that? I think the lack of accountability is leading to so much unhappiness. Mm-hmm. Like, life is so much better when you're like, this was my fault.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're in control. You're in control. Yeah. You decide what you consume. You decide what you believe. You decide who you surround yourself with. You decide what you put out. Take on accountability. Believe it or not, and this is gonna sound so crazy for so many, the world actually has so much potential for everybody listening to be the best time to be alive. Medicine and technology, and there's so much, but we're caught right now. It's like a hamster wheel. We're in the momentum of focusing on, the bad.